For slotting the spools onto the chuck, ensure the chuck has been loosened. The first spool, whether you're using 1, 2 or 3 wires, should slide onto the chuck and contact the white ring. When using a 2 or 3 wire pack, a little more care is required to ensure the correct engagement on spool 2 and 3. All Kiwitech spools have a middle seam. This seam should engage on the raised ridge of each chuck. It is possible to push the spools past the chuck ridge. When all spools have been fed onto the chuck, check the second and third spools run freely. If they do not run freely, they've been pushed past the chuck ridge. Between each spool, there should be a small gap of about 12 millimeters. When tightening a 2 or 3 wire chuck, one jaw may expand a bit more than the other. To rectify this, after tightening the chuck up a little bit, place a hand on top of the spools and give them a little sideways movement. This action will wake up the chuck and result in even more jaw expansion. You can then continue to adjust the tightness of the chuck as required. When adjusting a chuck for fence construction, it is important to not over-tighten the chuck. If the chuck is too tight when putting out the poly wire, the spools will have difficulty rotating around the chuck. This results in a lot of frictional heat and the chuck melting and needing to be replaced quicker. A chuck will only melt if it has been over-tightened.